Hello, my beautiful YouTube family. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, today's video is going to be quite interesting, and hopefully it's going to be one that's helpful for you. We are going to talk about love today. We're going to talk about love, relationships, connections, situationships, whatever this is for you. And we're going to get into the truth of it all, honey. The truth about your connection, okay? So have a specific connection in mind. Please be sure to meditate on this one a little bit so you are picking your correct pile and those messages really resonate with you, okay? This is going to find you in divine timing, aka this is a timeless message. So whenever you're seeing this, this is meant for you. All right, you guys, before we get into the pile selection, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Most people who watch are not subscribed. Why? I don't know. Not my business, but I would appreciate it if you supported me and subscribed, okay? Let's get into the pile selection. Here we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. All right, you guys. So pile number 1, we have the Sufferer. Pile number 2, we have Grill Master. Pile number 3, we have Plant Parent. And finally, pile number 4, Foodie Photographer. Okay, so take your time, pick however you want to pick, whether it's intuitively, randomly, the timestamps in the description, whatever you want to do, okay? I love you, I appreciate you, and I will see you at your pile. Let's go. All right, pile number 1, if you picked FOMO Sufferer, this is for you. We're going to put this bad boy up here so we memorize that. FOMO Sufferer, okay? This card actually, when I was shuffling, this card did come out in the reverse, okay? So what does this mean to me? To me, this card in the reverse represents exhaustion setting in. It's starting to hit you kind of as you're realizing, okay, I can't take all of this in. I cannot and should not overstimulate myself in this way. Okay. Confirmation. It's okay to miss out on things, my love. It's okay to, not be a part of every single thing. You're not meant to be a part of everything. So as this relates to love or your connection, I really do feel like maybe you have a certain expectation for certain things in your relationship or your connection. And Spirit's like, you know what? Maybe you should set your own standards for living, for connections, for love. Okay. Yeah, another thing that's coming out with this one, as far as your connection goes, is kind of saying, what brings you joy versus what are the things you think you should be doing? All right. What actually is making you happy, pile number 1? And if you don't have anything making you happy, that's an even bigger sign that it's okay to take a step back for a little while, not participate in things for a little while, understand yourself, and then participate in the things you actually like and enjoy, okay? So first card we have coming out here is going to talk about in this connection what your desires are. And we have the Queen of Wands. So you desire a relationship that's passionate. You desire a very maybe sexual or sensual connection in a relationship. Okay, this is why I feel like the FOMO card is kind of making sense, because you expect and you're wanting and you're desiring a lot of things and you feel like you're not getting them. You feel like you're missing out. But Spirit's like, okay, are you missing out? Are you missing out? Question mark. Okay, do you feel like you're really doing the things that you think are going to bring you joy and you're missing out on these things that you're thinking you're going to experience? Or are you doing the things you think you should be doing and then missing out on the joy you're not experiencing? Okay, because in that case, pile number 1, doing things you should do isn't a guarantee of feeling anything. Okay, it's just a guarantee of getting something done. Doing something that you feel joyful about, that you have a connection to, that is how you really enjoy something that you've manifested or attracted or created, okay? So yeah, you really desire that kind of deep connection. You really desire fun in a connection, intuitive. I'm getting Scorpio energy, definitely that kind of intuitive communication connection. I am also getting this is fire sign energy. Okay, so a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius could be significant for you. But this is also talking about how you desire to be treated very well, spoken of and treated very highly in your connection. Okay, and as far as their desires, we got the Knight of Cups. So this is a little bit unbalanced. Okay, the other person in this connection, their desires have a lot more to do with flirtation and having maybe a little less serious kind of fun. You kind of want to dig deep and have that intimate, intense kind of fun. And they want to be playful and maybe stay on the lighter side of things, but still have that kind of fun, flirtatious, playful, romantic connection. Okay. So take that as you will. If you're okay with that, if you're not okay with that, that is up to you. I'm just the messenger. Okay. But again, focus on what's bringing you joy versus what do you think you should do. Have a clear difference in your mind between the two. Okay. All right. So we have the Page of Swords coming out in the middle here. So this card represents, this card kind of represents the theme or the overall, theme or energy of your connection with this person. And it has a lot to do with being curious. It has a lot to do with learning and understanding you don't know it all, not being a know-it-all. Okay, that kind of coincides with FOMO. Okay, understanding I'm not going to know it all, I'm not going to do it all, I'm not going to be able to take and handle it all. Okay, and that's fine, that's okay. But what's not okay is not being curious and not being inquisitive about the things that really make you happy and things that bring you this positive feeling, this real joy. Okay, so Spirit's definitely wanting to highlight this for you. Okay, so you're aware of this kind of lesson or theme of this connection. It has a lot to do with your mental state and your perception on being open to learning, being open to sharing your ideas, being curious and inquisitive about yourself and about other people. Okay, my love. So let's continue. Some upcoming challenges. We have the Page of Cups in the reverse. I kind of got that energy with this Knight of Cups. The Page of Cups is kind of telling me the other person in this connection might, being on the more surface level, playful kind of side of things, they might not take things as seriously in this connection as you do. Okay, this is in reverse. It can talk about a hopeless romantic. It can talk about someone who, has all the feels but none of the drive, all the ideas and none of the execution. This can talk about someone who falls in and out of love, falls hard or easily in love. So this person might be a little immature emotionally, or might be a little inexperienced when it comes to love or emotionally. So please keep that in mind. Those could be some challenges coming up for you in your connection. Okay, so some opportunities on the other side of that, we have the Chariot card. So the Chariot card represents fast moving energy. It also represents the sign of Cancer. So Cancer could be significant as well. I do feel like with this in the reverse, this is kind of telling me it might not feel like a blessing to you, but a blessing that's coming in for you, an opportunity that's coming in for you, as far as this connection goes, is delaying it, slowing things down a little bit. I know you're this Queen of Wands. You want this Queen of Wands energy. You want that fast, fiery, hot energy when it comes to connection, but you got to slow down just a little bit. Okay, don't be afraid to take time to pause, take time to think, take time to reflect. Okay, if you want to redecide how you feel in that connection, it's okay. All right. Ask yourself, what do I really, really want? What do I really, 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 really want? And is this person giving this to me? Is this relationship giving this to me? Am I giving this to myself? Am I doing what I need to do to, invite this energy in? Okay. So yeah, good questions to ask yourself, my love. Let's go ahead and get to the last card. Definitely make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. If you need any help at all, I'm here for you. I'm here to help you out. Okay. All right, pile number 1. Let's get into card number 6 or 7. What is this? Last card. The potential for your connection. We have the 7 of Cups. So this coming out as your potential for the as a potential for your connection is a little bit not gonna lie, because this can talk about temptation, it can talk about illusion. So I do feel like the not really the climax or the height of the connection, but quote, as good as it can get on this path, at least that you're currently on, it's not looking very bright, and it's not looking like a connection that's A, either going to last long, or B, that's going to be very committed and going to be very sure. This looks like a very unsure, a very up in the air kind of situation. This is about a connection that's, how can I say this? Might look a lot better than it actually is, or look better on paper than it actually is, or make a lot of sense rationally, but when you're there and in the moment, it's like, this shit don't work. You know what I mean? So please keep that in mind, pile number one. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for taking the time to get a message for yourself today. Definitely, like I said, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right, pile number two. If you picked the Girl Master, you are at your correct pile, my love. Okay, so we're gonna get into your connection, the truth of the matter. Okay, we're gonna get into what the reality of it is, and hopefully this gives you a little bit of clarity on where you want to go moving forward. Okay, the Girl Master coming out for you really does tell me that, honey, you are on fire. Okay, you got the skill, you got the capability, you can multitask it all. It's like you're a pro griller behind the grill at the competition, sweating like a dog, but focused and doing what needs to be done. Okay, so as this pertains to love, this could definitely be talking about you being in a very confident energy when it comes to love, feeling like I can handle it all when it comes to love or dating. Okay, this could also talk about you might be in this energy of, you know, not that you're better than everybody else, but you might feel like you're in a certain level, you're on a certain level or in a certain league, and you're now looking for equal competition. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. So let's go ahead and see. We got the Five of Cups coming out as the very first card. So the Five of Cups coming out tells me that in your relationship, in your connection, you really desire someone who can motivate you, someone who can look at you and be like, you know what? I see you for who you are. I see the pain that you've been through. Number one, you don't look like what you've been through. And number two, I can help you grow even beyond the growth that you've already experienced. That's the kind of relationship, pile number two, that you're desiring, that your spirit, your soul's desiring. I'm also picking up with the Five of Cups in the reverse here, confirmation that it doesn't matter what disappointments you've had in the past. The same as the Girl Master. It doesn't matter what competitions he may have lost. It matters how good he fucking wins, okay? And you are winning real good, all right? And although sometimes it might not feel like it, that might just be because you're putting too much pressure on yourself when it comes to love, and when it comes to almost performing in love. Spirit's telling you love is not a performance. Relationships, connections are not about performing. It's about being seen for who you are. It's about you laying everything on the table and someone being like, yeah, I like that. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get into your other person, the person in this connection. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. So this person, I see that they really desire a connection that is loyal. They desire someone who's not going to walk away when things get tough. They desire someone who's there for them through thick and thin, okay? I do feel like you are someone who could very, very well do that for them. And you're someone who also values that kind of energy, okay? What else do I have? So this is interesting. Both you and this person's desires and relationships are in the connection. It's Cups, okay? The Suit of Cups. The Suit of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces could be significant for you or this other person. This energy is very emotional. So both of you could have went through very intense, hot, you know, emotional situations that may have left you with a burn or two, you know what I mean? Left you with some sweat on your forehead and your back, you know? But Spirit's telling me this connection is kind of like you learning from that. This connection is you realizing, you know what, look at that, the moon card coming out as the theme of your relationship, right? This is kind of telling us here, this connection is meant to really teach you and this other person the importance of not worrying about the unknown, not worrying about the things that you can't control or you can't see. Okay, what you can see is right in front of you. Like I'm saying, the same way this girl master sets his sights on his goal, I'm going to make the best freaking meat I can today in this competition. I'm focused. My sights are set. Okay, have that same energy when it comes to your relationship, when it comes to your connection, your love life. Okay, because with that energy, you can get a lot done and you can attract someone who has that same fire, that same passion, that same drive for themselves and for love. Okay. Anything else coming out here? I feel like something else is coming out with this moon card. Yeah, so another thing that I'm getting, listening to your inner voice might be a lesson that you're learning in this connection, as well as the other person. Coming from relationships that damage you emotionally, you start to question yourself. You start to doubt yourself. And you start to question and doubt your inner voice. And I do see that this connection and the connections beyond this, if that were to happen, they are going to teach you the value of yourself, the value of listening to yourself, the value of trusting your intuition, and the value of appreciating the unknown and knowing that you don't have to go wandering around in it. And you don't have to stay stuck in it to understand and appreciate it for what it is, right? Leave it where it is and leave it be, okay? Very, very mature energy coming out on both sides for what you desire out of this connection. So that's very, very good, okay? Let's go ahead and see some upcoming challenges for you in this connection. So the Wheel of Fortune, I'm hearing the inevitable might be coming. Okay, so with the Wheel of Fortune coming out, this talks about things moving, you know, how they would have moved anyway. Not to say it like that, but this talks about, when it comes to challenges, things that may feel like a little bulldozy, right? This can talk about things that occur that is like almost karma. Okay, I'm not saying that this is karma for you, but that's how it feels. It feels like something karmic or consequential that just needed to happen. Okay, so be very aware. Something like that could be coming up for you as a challenge in this connection. Okay, something that, you know, I'm here. I feel like you already kind of know what this is, but let me get a little bit detail. So we got the Four of Swords. So yeah, this could talk about a certain conversation needing to be had. This can talk about rest or taking a break from your connection for a short while, or taking a break from dating if you're not being met with the same energy, okay, or the energy you're looking for. This can talk about your dreams and your sleep schedule, right? This can talk about you being burnt out or overworked or overthinking when it comes to love, or pressuring yourself to, like I said earlier, kind of perform, right? So be aware that performing, you can only perform for so long before you get burnt out and show your true colors. Okay, my love, let's go ahead and get into opportunities coming up for you in this connection. We have the Queen of Swords, like I said, a conversation. The Queen of Swords talks about immaculate communication, immaculate articulation. She's someone who knows what she wants, why, and she's going to tell you, not because she has to or not because you need to know, but because she respects herself that much to let her voice be heard. And that's what you need to be tapping into, power number 2. Tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in. Get this energy, let this energy give you a boost, right? Give it the boost you need when it comes to this connection, or just love in general if this connection isn't really for you. Okay, because some of my collective here, a lot of my collective here, I'm kind of feeling like you're starting to tap into the Libra energy. Okay, pros and cons, what's good here, what's not, how do I feel, how do I want to feel? Okay, focusing on that. All right, you have, like I said, great multitasking skill. You're very complex and you need someone who can match that energy. And if you're not met with that, then fuck it. Okay, bye. Okay, last card, my love, for pile number 2. We're going to get into the potential, the overall potential for your connection. before we get into it, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, okay? Definitely, if you want a reading, check the description. You can come get a reading from my website anytime, honey. I invite you, I welcome you, and I encourage you to do so, okay? Invest in yourself, invest in your spiritual knowledge. All right, let's go ahead and get into the last card. Your potential for this relationship, we have the Ten of Swords, a lot of acceptance, okay? Even if this connection doesn't work out, which I'm kind of feeling like it won't in the long run, you know, with time or whatever, I do feel like this connection is going to be one that leaves you, yes, a little bit tired, a little bit burnt, but really understanding life and really understanding, okay, when I do this and this and this happens. And if this happens, this is how I need to do, this is how I need to move, or this is how I need to take care of myself, or this is how I don't need to move, this is what I don't need to do. Maybe I put too much pressure on myself under certain situations and I end up like this, or maybe I don't encourage myself when it comes to love in this way, so I end up missing out on this, right? So keep a clear, level-headed, very reality-based but hopeful mindset. Okay, that's a lot, I know, but try your best. Pile number 2. I love you. Thank you so much again for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you picked the plant parent, you are at your correct reading. Okay, this card is so pretty to me, by the way. This yellow, golden, orangish color is really standing out to me. Your solar plexus could be significant. Already kind of coming out with some messages here. Your solar plexus could definitely be significant. Your kind of willpower, the energy that you use to do and to act and to achieve. Okay, this card did come out in the reverse for you when I was shuffling them out earlier, so we will stick with that. Now the number 12 could be significant. The number 3 could also be significant. This could be talking about definitely your growth in relationships and the way that you encourage and nurture growth to happen when it comes to love. Okay, the plant parent card in the reverse definitely can talk about a botanical massacre, baby. No green thumb around here. Okay, that's what it's giving. Okay, not every plant can thrive on smiles and good intentions and neglect. Okay, same thing with love and relationships. Not every relationship, not every person can thrive in a low maintenance relationship. And I feel like, my love, that might be what your situation is at the moment. Either you're in a low maintenance relationship, or you might be being neglected, okay, when it comes to love. So we're going to go ahead and see, what are your desires in love, your soul's desires, your spirit's desires when it comes to this connection. We have the Hermit card. Oh no, I feel like you want them to leave you alone by this point. I feel like you almost feel like you're better off alone. You might feel like, you know, the way that you love them isn't accepted, or the way that they love you doesn't work for you. Okay, it's best to be honest about this energy. Okay, now with the Hermit card coming out, they are telling you, reflect, go deeper, reflect on, okay, what are my desires in love? Why do I have these desires in love? What do these desires in love tell me about myself? What do those desires in love tell me about my beliefs? Okay, what self-limiting beliefs do I have about nurturing and care, and the kind of nurturing and care that should be given and received in relationships? Okay, these are all great questions to be asking yourself when it comes to this connection, but about love in general for you, my love. Okay, the Hermit card is also Virgo energy, so big Virgo could be significant here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the other person and their desires. So the Four of Cups out here, interesting energy. The Four of Cups can definitely talk about someone who's a little bit feeling lackluster. Okay, might be feeling disappointed. I don't think you guys want to be together. I don't think deep down you guys want to be together. I think deep down you both know something doesn't work, but one thing might be working, so it's like, yeah, fuck it, but nah, not really working. Okay, this person doesn't have any sense of gratitude for the connection, and you really don't have any deep sense of yearning or connection to the connection, okay? The Four of Cups in the reverse can tell me definitely this person does desire to have a connection that's, how can I say this? They want what they want. Okay, they're a little bit stubborn. They might feel like emotionally, if you can't give me what I want, I'm going to stonewall you. Okay, I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to give you a silent treatment. That's the energy I'm picking up. And Spirit's telling me every plant can't thrive with smiles, good intentions, and neglect. Okay, you are not a succulent. Do not be treated like a succulent. Be treated like a fucking human being, because that's what you are. Pile number 3. Okay. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get into your thing. I feel like this is a little tough love for y'all, but Spirit's like, it's about damn time somebody said it. No offense. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the theme for your connection. Overpowering. Okay, the thing for your connection, or the lesson you're meant to learn in this connection, has a lot to do about power dynamics, and has a lot to do about being comfortable versus being happy. Just because you're secure and comfortable in a connection doesn't mean that you're thriving and you're happy. Just because a plant is alive in your room doesn't mean it's thriving and it's growing to the best of its ability. Okay, and you, my love, in this connection are not growing to the best of your ability. All right, so let's go ahead. This also, I'm hearing, this has a lot to do about confidence. Earth sign energy coming out with the King of Pentacles here. This lesson has a lot to do about knowing your worth, not just materially being able to manifest things because you know your worth, but emotionally, when it comes to love, being comfortable and knowing that the world you created around you is satisfying and relaxing and feels welcoming. It feels like you, because you're making decisions for the betterment of you. Okay, let's go ahead and see some upcoming challenges in this connection. So the Knight of Cups can talk about rejection, or there could be some type of rejection coming in a conversation. Excuse me. I'm hearing this person you're with just can't, they're insatiable. They just can't be satisfied. It's never enough for this person. And that's why you might, be ready to stop caring for this person. Okay. One thing I can't say about a plant is that if it's too far gone to be nurtured and be cared for, you might just have to uproot it. Okay. You might just have to, and that's okay. Because you're going to go, wait a little while, get another seed. You know what you're going to do? You're going to plant that bitch. Another plant's going to grow. I say all that to say you're going to find another relationship, my love. Don't sit and tell yourself this is the best it can get. This is all I'm going to get. Oh my God, where am I? Don't stress, okay? If you feel rejected, if you feel dismissed, if you feel like, things are not at the level of romance that you desire in a relationship, fucking don't be in the relationship anymore. Like, that is your prerogative. You deserve that option. Do you not? Do you not? Okay, pile number 3. So, T. Here with the Judgment card in the reverse, this is talking about some upcoming opportunities, some upcoming blessings in this connection. And I do feel like this is talking about an awakening. This is going to be some type of forced awakening because you've taken too long for Spirit. You've taken too long to stand on business and, do what needs to be done in this connection, whether it's ending it or having a serious conversation about the equal give and take and the appreciation and the gratitude and the love in the connection. Okay. But the Judgment card in the reverse can also talk about you not really listening to the signs, not really understanding the messages coming through. So you will very soon, even if you don't understand what's being said to you or being called, how can I say this? Even if you don't understand the messages coming through or what's being asked of you, you will be confident to act, and you should be confident to act because they have your back no matter what. And when they begin to, quote, punish you or you feel like you're being punished, they're simply showing you, hey, you're not listening to what we're trying to help you do, what we're telling you to do. So we're just going to give you a whole lot of what you already have you're not going to like it because that's not what you truly desire. That's not what your spirit truly wants and needs. You feel me? It's like giving a plant vinegar instead of water and being like, okay, why the fuck is this plant not growing? Like, you're not feeding it the proper thing. Just because you're giving it attention, giving it a smile, and giving it some vinegar, it doesn't mean it's nurtured. It's nurtured and it's nutritious for the plant. Okay, just because this person is feeding you with compliments or is romantic every now and then doesn't mean they're showing you real love and real gratitude and real security and showing you they can take care of you. Period. Fuck. I think I already know the answer, but let's go ahead and get into the overall potential for this connection. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. I love you. I appreciate you. And let's see what you got. Okay, you got the Sun card. So surprisingly, the Sun card is a very beautiful energy. Although this connection does have a slim chance of ending up very, very, very beautiful, I do feel like happiness is the end result of this connection, and that doesn't necessarily mean ending up together at the end of whatever this situation is. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Happiness is at the end of the fucking tunnel, rainbow, light at the end of the fucking whatever you want to say. Okay, file number 3. I love you. I appreciate you. You've got some great, great, great things headed for you. Just try to be focused on, you know, where's the caregiving in your life? Where is it going and who are you receiving it from? Okay. And is it to your standards? All right. I love you. Thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, Supine number 4. If you picked Foodie Photographer, this is for you. This card is so cute, by the way. I love that. The Foodie Photographer card is kind of giving me the energy of someone who has a very keen eye for beauty, eye for aesthetics. This is Venus energy, okay? No filter, bitch. You hear me? This is someone who has a very artistic energy and a very artistic flair to them. They see beauty in the ordinary, in the everyday things, in the mundane things. So this could be you, or when it comes to your connection, when it comes to love, Spirit could be telling you there's a lot of beauty in the boring, okay? It doesn't have to be dangerous or exciting or crazy to be fulfilling for you, all right, my love? So let's go ahead and see your desires in this connection. Yeah, so you really desire true love. That's what I'm picking up with the 3 of Swords in the reverse. You desire healing. You desire someone who can love you for who you are and love you for the pain that you've been through, and who you are after those experiences. You know what I mean? You want someone who doesn't just see your beauty. You want someone who sees you deeper, who sees your mentality, who sees your heart, who sees your caring, like I said, who sees your pain, okay? The other person in this connection, okay, we have the 6 of Cups. So the 6 of Cups coming out for their desires in this connection is kind of interesting because they might be desiring this kind of familiar energy in love or in a connection. They might be desiring this very, I've known you forever kind of emotional connection. One that's very loyal and that's very captivating and memorable. One that builds a lot of memories, you know? You two seem to want, quote, different things when it comes to love, have different intentions in this connection, but I do kind of pick up a very positive energy as long as people are not being shallow, which I don't see as currently the energy, but we're going to keep going. Yeah, I really do see that you desire that really deep mental connection, and they desire that really deep emotional connection, and both of y'all might be hot as fuck or you might not be conventionally attractive, and you're seeing deeper than that obvious beauty. You know what I mean? I love that for you, file number 4. Okay, let's go ahead and see the theme for this connection, the overall theme, the overall energy. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so where attention goes, energy flows. That is the overall theme or lesson of this connection for you. Number 14 can be significant. I feel like this is definitely telling you here that all the growth that you experience in this connection, in this relationship, is actually going to get you somewhere. It's actually going to help you manifest some very great things for yourself throughout the connection and after the connection. But it's going to have a lot to do with you recognizing the effort that it takes to see things, not see things clearly, but the effort that it takes. How can I say this? You have to do things in an artistic and skillful way for them to work, but also be beautiful. Does that make sense? And in love and in a connection, you really want this very, how can I say this? I don't see that you want a slow life, but I see you want a calm love. You want a soft love. Maybe that's the energy I'm picking up here. With the foodie photographer card out here, like I said, it's not, although both of you in this connection, or when it comes to love at the moment, you have a very good eye for the things that are beautiful and things that have deep beauty and deep meaning to them and can be even more beautiful, right? With the touch of a little season, a little sparkle, right? However, with this Ace of Pentacles out here, I do feel like, I don't know, this does talk about maybe needing, understanding that it takes a little bit more effort to get the result that you want. Okay. I don't know why I'm trying to overcomplicate it and say it in so many different ways, but that's really what I'm trying to say here. And, that's not something that is impossible for either of you, definitely. And it's something that both of you will really, really benefit from in the future. Okay. I'm going to actually grab a card for this foodie photographer. Okay, we have so this is definitely talking about aesthetics. It's talking about looks. You might be someone who's approached for your looks. You might be someone who's, you yourself might have been very concerned about looks and had a type in the past. This person might have had a type in the past. And it's about, understanding that there's beauty beyond beauty that's on the surface. It's not just about things being beautiful. This shit's got to taste good too. You feel me? So keep that in mind, pile number 4. Okay. Now let's go ahead and see some challenges coming up in this connection for you. There might be a little bit of a power struggle, in the sense that someone's got to take the lead in this connection, right? Someone's got to take charge and lead the connection in a certain direction. And although it's typical for the masculine to do this, if you feel like this is something you want to do and you can do it gracefully and skillfully and beautifully and get the result that you desire, then why not do that? Pile number 4. Okay. Why not do that? I do see, though, Aries energy, there might be a little bit of aggression or argumentative, not arguments, but argumentative energy, kind of debating, combative energy in the connection or when it comes to love coming up. There also, like I said, the power struggles. There might be someone who wants to take a lot of control, and you might not be ready to give up all of that control yet. So be honest and communicate very well when it comes to what you're willing to do and not do, and give up and not give up, and give and not give, and receive and not receive. Period. The Ace of Cups does talk about you receiving love offers. It talks about someone coming to you with romance, with playfulness, and with sweetness. So don't be distracted by the sweetness if they're trying to, oh, you look so beautiful. You look so beautiful, baby. Don't go out tonight. What do you mean don't go out? I told you a week ago I was going out with my friends. No, you look too good. You can't. Like, just because it's sweet doesn't mean it's not controlling, okay? So please keep that in mind. That's coming out for my collective as well. So some upcoming opportunities. Ooh, you might have some options, honey. So this might not be a committed relationship. And even if it is, you might have some options coming up soon. So, debating if this is a connection where you're feeling happy and that you're getting everything you desire. Do you feel like this is a connection that's all about looks and all about the surface and how things appear to them and to others? Or do you feel like this is genuine and it's deep? And although you can be tempted by others, nothing is going to hit like this. You know what I mean? Just because everybody can make their food look good, don't mean it's going to taste this good, period. Okay. So yeah, ask yourself these questions. These are great questions to be asking you, and they are helping you. They're almost not giving you direct answers here. I'm so sorry, my light just went out, but we're almost done. I'm gonna just keep going. They're not giving you direct answers here, but they're really wanting you to almost discover the answers on your own by giving you tidbits, little sprinkles of advice. Okay. So overall, let's see what the potential for this connection is before we head out of here. Thank you so much for watching again. I appreciate you. I'm so sorry my light went out. Battery died. Oops. But yeah, if you want a private reading from me, you can go to the description below, go to my site, and I am here for you anytime, any place, however you need me. Okay, pause. Okay, last card for pile number 4, the potential in this connection. We have the Fool card, a beautiful card to get out, because that means this connection can go wherever you want it to go. What are you willing to risk? What are you willing to do? Okay, period. All right, that is the answer. Thank you so much. Again, I appreciate you. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.